whole thing too, Bill, is you can say whatever you want. So you can say shit, goddamn, cock, fuck, everything like that. It's fine. It's
I was
the internet.
going to open with shit, goddamn cock.
Yeah. Well, that's good. How we actually open the show is you'll say something like, "Hey, this is Bill Dawes, and you're listening to the Break It Down Show."
Hey, this is Bill Dawes. You're listening to the Break It Down Show. Why did I do rapper? Like, hey, this is Bill Dawes. I felt like I had to do like Logic.
Like Bill Dawes comes to us direct from Jay Mohr.
What?
Yeah, Bill's going to help out the audio recording by opening up a bubble wrap package. Why?
They say tear perforation, and then I feel like such a pussy because I'm like, I can't fucking. Oh, there it is. I'll see what I got. Really stoned, and I ordered something. What did I order? Something from China. Anyway, go ahead.
Jack off cream. It's pronounced China.
China.
Trump. Hey, for the record, everyone listen. Actor, comedian, friend of Jay Mohr's, Bill Dawes, on the Break It Down show with us. So we're just gonna hair up our ass. We're on fucking Instagram, and like Bill Dawes and me are like man friending each other on IG. And we're like, hey, let's do the show. You're like, what the fuck is the show? I'm like, doesn't matter. Jay's been on the show. You're like, okay, let's do it now. I'm bored out of my fucking mind.
Yeah,
this is it. This
is how we do it. I'm alone and in my little studio apartment in West Hollywood, and a dude slides into my DMs. I know, wait, I'm in West Hollywood. That makes sense. But yeah, no women are sliding to my DMs asking for anything. But here I am.
That's a shame.
I like it.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, Jay Mohr is like a big brother of the show too. We got to where we are in part because Jay kind of, took us in and hyped us and talked about us, and he's been invaluable to us. So anytime I get a chance to thank Jay, I have to. Now here we are talking to you.
Yeah, he's like a mentor and a life coach and a big brother to, When I found out
have you gotten one of his life coach sessions?
I try to avoid them at all costs. I don't want to.
We got to get that guest on the show.
No, I love it. I think he says stuff. It's painful because he calls you out in your shit, and then he makes you feel like really small. And they're like, "Yeah, Bill, it's time for you to grow up." And then he'll go find an escort on a website. So, he talks. I'm not adding him.
I'm self-editing everything right now.
No, but you're right, because just when you think. I'm texting him and he says he's reading and doing push-ups without his shirt on and jeans probably. And I said, hey, what are you reading right now? And he sends me, you got to read Haley, Malcolm X. Have you read that? And I was like, holy fuck. Like, where did that come from? The biography of Malcolm X. And I Googled it and I ordered a paperback today.
Oh, wow.
It's always full of surprises.
It's a great book. I mean, I just read the Cliff Notes, but from what I can tell, it's amazing. I was in college.
That was his dream. That was his dream, wasn't it? Like someday someone will do Cliff Notes of my life to change the black economic system in America.
Yeah.
I like it better. I like the joke better if you're like, yeah, my auntie's cousin's girlfriend told me it's a great book. I didn't give it Cliff Notes. Just skip it.
No, but I think that was one of those books like in college you read for class and then you wanted to read because it made you feel like super liberal and woke to all the co-eds you wanted to bone. So it was a good thing just to throw out at a sorority party. I was reading the autobiography of Malcolm X, trying to get in touch with my roots.
Do you use woke? Do you use woke a lot in your daily lexicon?
I'll tell you this, I don't. And what I've heard is that woke isn't an actual term that woke people use. So if you're woke, you don't say you're woke. It's only a term that people who are making fun of people for using the term woke use, if that makes sense.
So it's hip to use woke, or is it unhip to say?
It's not hip. Like no one's going to say. No one's going to say unironically. No one's going to say, I'm really woke.
Right.
So we only say like, oh, I know you're woke, and the people who are quote unquote woke are like, we don't call ourselves woke. Does that make sense? I've smoked a lot of weed today. Anyway, yeah. Because what else do you
That's how we roll. Yeah. So just like we have a mutual acquaintance with Jay, one of the things Bill and I have in common is I've lived in Virginia, and he always talked in his stand-up routine about being from Virginia, and a lot of racial stuff in there, a lot of redneck hillbilly stuff in there.
Yeah.
Have you ever given a true confession? What city you lived in?
Oh, well, my mom was from Kentucky, so I'm from Alexandria, which is outside DC. But what people don't realize about that area, about Alexandria and just south of DC, it gets rednecky really fast.
Oh yeah.
And I had a lot of rednecky relatives and people down in Lightfoot, Virginia. My dad was in the Navy, so we spent a lot of time down in Norfolk. I don't know if you spent time in Norfolk.
I did.
That's rednecky as fuck down there. People don't realize that.
If you ever went on north side of the George Washington Bridge to a little town called Gloucester, off the island, there's a place called Guinea. And those guys have their own language, dude.
Oh, yeah.
And they fish out there. And some of the kids who are really poor, I think there may be some history of inbreeding to some degree. Yeah, and the dudes would come. Yeah, but the benefit was, even though you couldn't decipher what they were saying, like, I want to eat old man Jimmy Dummy on driveway. Like, what was that? So I'd show up back at home and there'd be a basket of Jimmy crabs of blue crab in my driveway. That was how they paid for services and stuff. Like, it was great.
So where'd you live? Where'd you live in Virginia?
In Gloucester. So I was stationed in Norfolk.
Yeah,
with an anti-terrorism unit, but they're also in the headquarters was in Norfolk at the naval base in Norfolk.
Yeah, I feel like Virginia is somehow more rednecky in some ways than like North Carolina and South Carolina, just because it was the home of the Confederacy. Let's be honest, like in Richmond, they're holding tight to those plantations, man.
Yeah.
I was in Alabama last year doing some podcasts. I always, I travel, I always grab shows, and I like to make myself as uncomfortable as possible. I also like to do that to Scott too. And I was going to go to the first White House of the South, and I'm like, that will be as uncomfortable as I can be. And then I looked at like
the South. What does that mean?
The White House of the South, the White House for the Confederacy.
Oh, got it.
Jeff Davis's house. Yeah, and so I look up the website, and there they are cutting his birthday cake the week before I got there, and I'm like, I can't do it. There's no way. They're still cutting the man's birthday cake, huh? Okay.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. There's. I mean, I think up until recently, like I would see Confederate flags in Virginia. Up until I mean, they're probably still around there if you just travel deep enough. But yeah,
I don't think you even got to go far.
Yeah, that's true. People don't realize like how rednecky shit is just around DC. Like even DC has kind of like a southern slow vibe to it. People think it's all House of Cards, but there's a lot of fucking white trash.
There's a lot of there's a hidden side to DC that I don't think a lot of people know. Jason show too. Jason Piccolo, who's a friend of ours, and because there's such a little clique system out there. I've been to parties at these embassies, to some of the more rural parties out there, but I think a lot of people do view DC as this House of Cards, political, conservative belt, and everyone's wearing a suit and tie. That just ain't the case.
No, not at all. Mm-hmm. It's pretty fun.
Do you get back there a lot?
No, thank God. My parents moved. They live in Orange County now, so they moved from the little suburban place to another suburban place. But it's good. I don't really miss it. I'll be honest with you. I don't know.
So how long have you been? So tell everybody how long
you've been. Go to their
out
house in Orange County very often, because Orange County is pretty close to perfect.
It is. You know what's so funny about that? You think about like Florida, right? Like that's where old people go and retire. The difference in Orange County, Florida, is there's no goddamn tornadoes. There's no mosquitoes.
Right.
I mean, not tornadoes, hurricanes. There's
Whatever.
no hurricanes. There's no mosquitoes. There's no humidity. So I always thought like, oh, people go to OC to retire and die of coronavirus. That's how to do it.
Hell yeah. Or Riverside or San Diego County. Anywhere down there is good.
San Diego. Where are you guys at right now?
I'm in Temecula.
And I'm in Anaheim, basically.
Yeah.
Pete, this is kind of like Brady Bunch. This is very Brady Bunch. I like that. Could we 9 guests on the show in this thing? And yeah, very Brady Bunch. I like that. So
each other like Hey, Scott, what were you saying?
Yeah.
What's up?
Hey, Bill.
Billy?
How's it going? Oh, Scott, you're so funny.
Scott, get your dick out of my face, will you?
Sorry, that's me.
Just skinny. But is it? What's the vibe like in LA? Because I think the last time we were up there, me and Pete were. I think we rolled up for a show, but it was crazy pandemic. Everyone was on lockdown.
No, it was closing down. Remember, we went to Frank Shamrock's, and when we drove home, we got home in like 28 seconds. Like we left.
Yeah,
Bill, get this. We left the Valley at like 3:00, and we were in Orange County by like 3:45.
That's amazing. Yes,
like that's never happened ever.
I know, and this is like the perfect time for me to see my parents because there's no traffic, but I can't see them because I'll kill them. What's amazing now is I feel like do you have to obey traffic lights? Like honestly, like aren't they just suggestions about how to drive now?
Just suggestions.
I haven't stopped at a red light after 10 p.m. yet. Why am I driving after 10 p.m.? I'm a goddamn red-blooded American. You know why? Sometimes
that wouldn't happen in Virginia. That wouldn't happen in Virginia.
Do you do a good Gavin Newsom imitation?
Gavin Newsom? No, I don't. Does it look like I should? Maybe I should.
Well, no, I just think it would be good. Like if you went into your COVID era, Gavin, you know, like where his eyes are all bloodshot and his voice is all froggy, and he's like, "It's okay to run red lights. You don't want the COVID to catch you."
By the way, his eyes are buggy. His voice is like that. It's because he does so much fucking cocaine. How come
no way, never. Not
that. Gavin, he's been a cokehead for so long. I don't know if he still is, but I've heard stories for years that the guy was like a toot hound. Up in San Francisco when he was the mayor of San Francisco, plowing everybody and doing coke. He's my hero, by the way.
That's how we like our governors. I mean, you just described Jerry Brown.
Oh yeah, Jerry Brown's a pimp.
Yeah.
Aren't you, Bill? Bill is quite a political icon, but you do profess to be a liberal a lot too in a lot of your material.
What is it?
You do talk about being a liberal in a lot of your stuff when I've seen you perform. But.
I don't know where you guys are politically. I'm liberal. My dad, who's in the Navy, he's like an Eisenhower Republican, so he's going to die a Republican. Which whatever you want to say about Trump, like if you're a Republican, you're still voting for Trump for the most part, whether you admit it publicly or not. And then my eldest brother is a big Trump fan, and the only thing I gotta say about this, like I think Trump is kind of a fucking dummy. But he's also hilarious, and he cracks me up. And look, sometimes that's nice because I don't want someone so smooth that I can never look under the rock. Like Trump is always under the rock. It's all there. Like Obama, like I have no idea. Obama could like keep a Jew in his basement and you would have no clue because he's so smooth, you know?
Did you say a Jew or a dew, like a Mountain Dew?
Jew. Keep a Jew in his basement.
A heeb in the cellar.
Either one. Heeb in the cellar, Jew in the basement.
It is sort of funny that just because of who Donald Trump is and how he does his Donald Trump thing. By the way, I agree. He is hilarious at times. People lose their mind and they say like he lies. Like he lies. A politician, a president didn't tell the truth. Like that's been going on since 150 years plus.
Lie well, because he's just not smart enough to lie as well as other politicians. So
he lies about things that don't matter. You know, like they'll say, "Hey, this is going to be fixed," and he lies about like who talked about him or something crazy like that.
I love the other day he was like, "Well, why don't we do what we're doing in South Korea?" He goes, "You know, South Korea. I know South Korea better than everybody. Nobody knows South Korea better than me. You know how many people are in Seoul? You know how many people? 38 million people in South Korea. Of course, like." There are like 50 million people in the whole fucking country. So he's off by, four times. It was like 9 million people are in Seoul. But he prefaced it by saying he knows South Korea more than anybody. And then he says a ridiculous fact. I love it. Yeah. I think that's hilarious. Like, he's a mud monster. What are you going to say to Trump that's going to like, oh, he really stepped it today? No, he's in it. He is the mud that he
is it.
Nothing you're going to say about Trump is going to be like, oh, now's the day that, he finally fucking, no, he didn't.
Yeah.
I think the true litmus test, like to find out where someone is on the scale, is like, where do you get like if you had to pick mainstream media, CNN or Fox News, because it's right or left on those stations.
Yeah, I mean, I can't every time I go to Huntington Beach, when I could go to Huntington Beach, see my parents, I'd see my dad. He has Fox News 24/7, and my mom is liberal. My mom's a drunk Irish woman, so she's much more liberal, and she hates it. She hates Sean Hannity and Tucker, but she loves my dad, so she puts up with it. So I don't know. I mean, like I can't watch Fox News too much, but sometimes when I watch MSNBC and sometimes I'll watch Seth Meyers. I like Seth Meyers. I've met him. I've worked with him. He's a nice guy. He's a funny guy. But sometimes I see him going like, Trump is and he's Republican. I'm like, shut up. Smarmy. That's why we lost in the first place, because of liberal elitists like you on the coast fucking being smarmy to everyone who voted for Trump or is a Republican, that they're dumb pieces of shit. Like, fuck you. Like, the My Pillow guy just fucking did the press conference, the My Pillow press conference, which is hilarious because it's the My Pillow.
I'm Mike Lindell. If you want to get your first coronavirus mask, My Pillow is creating the softest, smoothest coronavirus mask ever invented.
That's pretty good.
I love Mike Lindell. Love that guy.
Yeah.
He's a former crack addict.
Yes. You got to love a former crack addict.
That's a good comeback.
Crack addicts who support Trump.com.
And it makes sense he's a crack addict, because have you used one of those pillows? They feel like something that you'd sleep on if you're homeless, like just a bunch of balled up clothes or something. You know what I mean? They're
like
terrible.
A little bit of newspaper for some form fit for your head. Yeah.
It's like remnants of bum pillows put through a shredder chipper and then jammed into a pillowcase.
It made him feel like the nights when he was out fucking sucking dick for crack on the street, and he had like the perfect combination. He's like, oh, My Pillow. The perfect combination of sweatpants.
And Scott, can you sell the pillow for us? And now like you can put whatever scent you want in there, like fried chicken, biscuits, whatever smell you have on the street, we can put in your pillow.
I'm Mike Lindell. You need to check out our best aroma scented fried chicken My Pillows, now available at the special promo code Bucket List.
That's great. I've never heard.
Here's the best one. So I just had a very close family member who was made aware of the fact that I got rid of DirecTV. I'm like, I cannot pay $3,400 every year for cable because it was just a soup sandwich. So I got the Roku. So this family member calls under the guise of calling another family member, so her husband wouldn't hear her, to pay for our cable because they thought we couldn't afford it. Pete knows where I live. Because they were afraid, because we weren't watching Fox News, that we were missing out and we were only hearing lies.
Oh, wow.
That is the best one of the day. I mean, I was just like,
the money. I hope you're like, yeah, I can't afford it. The money.
Yeah.
I should my Sean Hannity.
I should have taken it.
Can you get me a premium subscription to fucking InfoWars? I need that too. So I'm up to date with what's really happening.
Hey, Bill, why don't we have the candidates, instead of debate all the time, let's have them do stand-up in front of you guys. Like you and Jay and I don't know, Pauly Shore can host a motherfucker at his club,
I mean, that is what Trump does half the time. He does like stand-up. He has
that would be a great moderator.
Yeah. It's look, I sometimes I'll see a meme going around about Trump from like a pro-Trumper, and I'll be like, that's pretty good. Like the one where Hillary's like, can you imagine a man with his temperament running the country? Imagine what would happen. He's like, yeah, you'd be in jail. And he like walks off. Like, like damn. That's like,
I saw a great one the other day, same kind of theme, with Hillary talking about how something had happened and they're like, COVID's killed less people than you,
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Hilarious.
I mean, I hate it, but he's jumped the shark so far on what it means to be a president, what it means to be a politician, that I think at least the good news is it's opened the door for people to be more authentic, probably, as politicians in general. Like, I think when people are just smarmy and they don't answer questions directly and they go, hey, yes or no, did this happen? Well, the thing you got to understand is that, that's fucking annoying. We've gotten so used to it because we're so entrenched in the political system that I think there's something good if Trump's like, that's a stupid question. You're an asshole. Shut up. You're like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
You can do that?
Or we've jumped the shark. Joe Biden is the choice.
Yeah.
For those listening, Bill just covered.
I just gave myself coronavirus. Shit. Yeah. Let me give some hands.
And he just tipped his age hand by saying "jump the shark" because that was a Happy Days reference and a very early, probably AOL 12 free hours of internet.
An iconic statement, right?
Yeah.
People don't know what it means now.
Yeah.
Bring
Even the statement is old.
Yeah, right? Yeah. I jumped the shark and saying jump the shark. Yeah, for sure.
And now Bill is lathering up with hand sanitizer.
Yeah, because I was pressing my face when said Joe Biden. So you guys are liberals, obviously, or what? Moderates, or what's going on? Republicans?
Republican.
Republican.
Yeah, I'm right down the middle. I just want someone that can run the fucking ship.
Yeah.
Can you keep us off the edge of the shore? Don't get us into any wars. Maybe put some change in our pocket. Maybe pay the bill a little bit. If you got that person, let me know who that person is.
So, do you think that Trump should be? I mean, based on the current situation, you probably want Trump to be reelected, and I don't blame you.
I
didn't vote for him last time. I probably won't vote for him.
Pete has heard me quote Charles Barkley often on politics, which is still the best one during the 2016 election. Is Barkley's on this interview and he says 330 million people in this country. These are the two best we can get. And there was nothing more prophetic than hearing Barkley say that. Not that he's a prophet, but it just rang true in every cycle that goes through. I feel like, especially watching the Dem debates, I'm thinking, holy fuck balls. Even if there was someone that popped up that I thought could beat Trump, I'd be like, well, someone fresh, someone new, someone, forward thinking, at least could compete with him.
Yeah.
It's just not there. I mean, I just
what
don't
about
see
Pete
it.
Buttigieg? What about Mayor Pete?
No.
Yeah, a little Petey. I don't know. Yeah, wasn't digging his vibe.
Look, I have a great graphic. I have my own meme, and it's because I'm a Pete as well. I'm also a combat guy. So we both have master's degrees. I've watched the government work and worked in the government. Okay, he was a mayor, comparable-ish, right? And you wouldn't want me running the country. Hell, I shit my pants 4 weeks ago, and I might do it again soon. Do you want me running the country? No.
Yeah. But I mean, Joe Biden's going to be sleeping for literally 80% of the presidency.
Yeah.
He probably needs like nap time, like a set nap time every day, twice a day.
Yes, he does.
I mean, I get it. You're not running for the finals to run the decathlon for the Olympics. It's not a physical fitness contest. I get it. But when you're you're that up in years and you have trouble staying awake, man, I mean, that just I don't know who wouldn't give pause if you're a registered voter. I mean, again, who's the best one? And Trump's no spring chicken either. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a generational thing. We should have hope but again, at the end of the day, no one wants a job.
No one wants a job.
If Oprah had actually thrown her hat in the ring, she would have. But I don't think Oprah did because I think she's got too much shit, too many skeletons in her closet that haven't come out yet. That she doesn't want to. If she ran for president, everything about her scissoring Gail, all that shit, there'd be video of it. There'd be
the network is oh shit.
Yeah, something would happen. Because if she really does believe in love and helping the world, she knows she could win, but she's not running. There's got to be a reason.
She also, it would be a downgrade for her. She's already in charge of all the shit she wants to be in charge of, and she doesn't get called horrible names. And the thing that we always forget about the president, and I read this at Scott got me Jim Mattis's book with Jim Mattis's signature in it, and he made a great point. No decision that can be made at a lower level, gets to the president. No easy, there's no softballs. It's all hard shit that no one else would dare try to solve. And so Oprah doesn't want that. She doesn't want that.
Yeah, no, that's true. And ultimately, does the president really do anything? At the end of the day, does the president really make any policy decisions? They don't really do that much. They just are they're like the front man for the band who never wrote any of the music.
That's true.
You know,
I mean, that's how it's supposed to be. They do rule by executive order, but that's just temporary, right? The next guy comes in and says so much for those orders, and then wipes them out.
Yeah,
that would be a great political spin for our friend Fran Strine, like hired gun. So he did all the musicians behind the Billy Joels and the Ted Nugent, or not Ted Nugent, Ted Nugent, all those guys that really made them.
Yeah,
a good one.
Yeah, I think that would be, yeah, for sure. And I think it's all fucking, it's all smoke and mirrors, and at this point, it's like partisan. That Trump could come out and go like, guys, I've donated my entire fortune to fight the coronavirus, and I myself spent every second making masks. I built my own ventilator. It's perfect. I just cured coronavirus. People will be like, oh yeah, because of corporate interests,
Right.
just shut up for something.
I love it when they get mad at him for lining his pockets.
Ventilator.
I love when they get mad at him for lining his pockets. Like there's been a president recent past that didn't become 100 millionaire.
Oh,
like,
of course.
Don't they all do this? Why are we mad at this guy for doing it?
Yeah, he's already there.
Yeah, no,
and
it's crazy.
This just came out today too, and I don't know, if you've seen anything more, but Jeff Bezos just donated $100 million to food banks, and then Oprah Winfrey, who we were just talking about, donated $10 million to the cause. I mean, what do you think? I mean, should more people be jumping in to stem this and come up with a vaccine? I mean, can we?
I don't know. I don't know much about. Look, I'm not a botanist or whatever it is that does this shit, but I will say that I watched that movie Contagion.
Yeah.
Because everyone's like, you got to watch Contagion because it's the exact same shit that's happening now.
Yes.
The movie Contagion, this scientist bitch, she gets a vaccine vial and she injects herself, and then she goes and sees her sick dad. He goes, takes her mask, like, Dad, I love you. She's like, what are you doing? He's like, it's fine. I took a vaccine that's experimental. And then she doesn't die, and the next day they're giving out gift bags with the vaccine. Like, what the shit is that? Apparently a vaccine won't be ready for 18 months. If they fast track it for a mass quantity, it won't be ready for more than a year. So
I just wonder, these people that have, if you've got $10 million you can write, or $100 million to help support what the immediate crisis, how much money is out there that could be used to fly a jet around the world and hey, go fly around and pick up all the 20-pound brain club and get them in a laboratory and get this done in 72 hours, like they're cramming for a freaking chem bio test, in undergrad school.
Yeah. I feel like I'm dumb, and I've always felt like there are these super smart tank Illuminati people out there. If this is really fucking up the world, there's nobody smart enough who can figure out the perfect thing to take. It's bizarre to me. I don't understand why it would take 18 months to do a vaccine, and I don't understand why the tests take a fucking hours to process. You get an AIDS test in 15 minutes. AIDS
has been around for a couple of decades, though. They've had to jump on that.
I guess so, but I don't know. Maybe it's because the real smart people are kind of waiting to see how it plays out because they want to see how many poor people it'll kill.
I actually know an infectious disease doctor at UC Irvine. And when I first heard about this, I gave him a call, and he didn't want to go on the record or nothing, so I'm not quoting, but basically said, if you really want to care for someone who's young and healthy, and by young, not aged, it's make sure they don't kill themselves, because suicide's going to kill way more people than this is.
Yeah, particularly now.
What's that?
Particularly now, with everyone
right
in their homes jerking off to ESPN.
Imagine if that went down.
Exactly, maybe. But yeah, it's fucking. People are going crazy. I'm getting the strangest booty calls. I'm getting transcontinental, decades-old booty calls because people are just I need to fuck somebody right now,
right?
And I can't get herpes again, so let me call this person. It's very weird. I think shit's gonna get ugly. What day is today? In 2 weeks from now, it's gonna be borderline The Purge.
Is the vibe up in LA, especially West Hollywood? Are people out on the streets still in a congested area like that? I know I talked to friends in New York this week, and they said it's kind of creepy, how quiet it is.
Quiet it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, LA is definitely very quiet, and I haven't been down to Boys Town, which is on Santa Monica, which is like packed, but I'm sure it's the same thing. But all of the urban hikes, because all the trails are closed. I guess the trails are probably closed where you guys are too. It might be a state order, like beaches and trails, everything's. But the urban hikes where people just walk up like hills through the Hollywood Hills, and those are they're not packed, but there's a lot of people just, on those hikes, on those urban hikes.
Yeah, our little trail, like just through a community, a couple miles long, that thing is packed. Like we actually walk on the streets because there's nobody on the streets.
And I don't see there's got to be some balance through all this madness too. And I'm thinking the other day I was driving back from a doctor's appointment, not COVID related. And I passed all these golf courses on I-15. And I'm thinking, if there was ever a way to give people an outlet, you go online, you pay for your fee, you show up, you're only with 3 or 4 other dudes, you're separated by at least, a couple hundred yards, and people are getting some sort of outlet. Not that I like golf or anything, but it's all right.
But golf is perfect because there's a distance sort of built into it.
There's no balance. And then you got the government on the other side, and the U.S. Postal Service is open, and I still have to mail books. I still have to get stuff in the mail. My assistants, I can't task them to do it. And I go to the post office and there's no one at the door opening the door for patrons. And then you go inside and there's red duct tape on the floor, like stand here. And then you go to the counter and there's no hand sanitizer on the counter from the U.S. government. And I'm thinking, you guys are dropping the fucking ball, because I went to Ralph's supermarket and there's some kid wiping everything down with Clorox wipes and the doors open for you. I mean, I'm like, there's no balance in this whole situation, and it's a fucking mind blower for me, honestly.
Well, didn't it just come out today? Like all the experts agreed that you can get it from breathing, that you can get it through like minute particles in the air, just through oxygen, not just surface, not through touch, and not through cough and sneeze, but just someone breathing within 10 feet of you. You can get it. So what the fuck are we hiding from? We're all going to be exposed to it. I'm kind of going back to the whole herd immunity thing. Like, I think we should all just have one big massive orgy and just see who's left standing and just go from there. Because I'm telling you, like China, they reopened businesses and theaters and all this shit and parlors and beauty places. And then guess what? A week later, they shut it all down because it started spiking again. They're not telling us the numbers because they're lying, but why else was everything shut down again? So once we all hide for another month and then we open up, it's all going to come back. And they theorize that the warm weather is going to change it, but that's just a theory too.
How about tight pants for the ladies? Tight pants for the ladies. Shorter skirts, things like that. Let's objectify this.
Yeah, and let's get rid of Me Too while we're at it. Let's use this as a moment.
That's when this thing came around.
Wait, what do you guys think about the whole 5G conspiracy theory?
I mean, I can't.
The 5G conspiracy.
Limit
bandwidth.
Well, I mean, look, I will say this about the 5G conspiracy theory. First of all, conspiracy theories are fun, number one.
That's true.
Number two, the fact that every major publication has written an article using scientists to debunk this conspiracy theory means it's a pretty fucking substantial conspiracy theory. If USA Today has an article saying, no, it's not true. It's like the lady doth protest too much. The truth is that the countries with 5G are affected the most by this virus. China unrolled their 5G network in Wuhan on November 1st. That's a fact. That's not just me making some shit up. They unrolled it in Wuhan. That's where they start their 5G network. And America just unrolled their 5G network at the beginning of this year. And all these countries, and the theory is basically like, it's such a shock to the system that the cells sort of, they emit a toxin. The toxin is a virus, right? And that's how it started. It started in Wuhan when they enrolled 5G in November. And that's how it spread. And it's just been accelerated by the 5G everywhere. And what they're doing is, if you notice, you paid attention, 5G networks they've all been opened in the past few months around the world. It's pretty fucking crazy. I mean, just the facts of it alone, maybe it's all circumstantial, but it's pretty fucking crazy.
I'm writing a note on that one because I'm going to research it.
Look into it. Because even the doctors like, look, this is garbage. They go, okay, yeah.
I'm writing a note. This is wisdom from Bill. 5G theory. I'm fucking researching that. It sounds. See, now you sound smart. You should feel smart too for saying that.
But I looked up because like, oh, that's crazy. Because there's the first conspiracy was that Bill Gates started it, which is just
no, that's true though.
The most humanitarian billionaire on the planet. Sorry, but like, just because he warned about it in 2015 on a TED Talk, and so I was like, that's garbage. But they're always fun to look at. With this 5G one, if you look at that shit and you go deep cuts, it's pretty hard to deny that at least it makes sense. Like I could get it. Like we still don't really understand how viruses really work and how they're really created. There's only theories about it. Like people have like very strong theories, but we don't. If we had such a handle on viruses, we'd be able to beat them by now. But it's what we can't. We can kill bacteria, but we can't kill viruses. So I'm just saying, check it out if you want to have insomnia.
I like it. Yeah, and Italy, they've got 6G.
More about the combatants of viruses. Go to Bill's website.
No, wait, Italy doesn't have 6G. Fuck you, does it? No, it doesn't.
No.
Pete, please scroll his website again at the bottom of the screen.
I will. I'm going to re-scroll your thing. Here's a funny fact that's actual facts from the actual CDC. Of the 90,000 cases, known cases in New York City, there are 2,000 deaths. Of those people that are less than 65 and don't have like torn up lungs and everything, no pre-existing conditions, of all those 2,000 people, 11 have died. So if you're anywhere south of 65 and reasonably healthy, your chance of dying is like 10,007%.
No, I know. And the problem is that the one like 18-year-old kid who's on the track team who dies of it, that one anecdotal story becomes a headline in a newspaper, and then right. you can't fuck a hot girl because she read this article.
Yeah.
Such a cock block. This coronavirus is such a cock block, man.
I thought you were getting transcontinental trans ass.
Yeah. I gotta tell you, hand sanitizer works as lube too. It stings a little bit.
This is 100% true story. We ran out of shitter tickets in our crapper in Iraq at our office. And all we had left was hand sanitizer. And I thought, any port in a storm, I was wrong.
You put hand sanitizer up your asshole?
Oh, I use it to clean my asshole,
The shit ticket. Horrible. Is that like a ticket you use to go buy shit paper?
Yeah, shitter ticket. The Army, they don't trust us. We got to count for our squares.
Oh, that's great. That whole thing, the whole toilet paper thing is blowing my mind too. Because like, I haven't wiped my ass and in a public restroom or whatever. Of course, restaurant. Like when I shit on the table, of course I wipe it with a handkerchief. No, but like but in my home, if I shit, I'm showering immediately. They're in the same room. Why wouldn't you shower? You never know when you're gonna get a rim job. I'm just saying, shower immediately. Why do you need so much toilet paper, weirdos? Okay, I realize I look like the weirdo saying this, but still.
No, I think you're 100% right. If you go to pick up your dog's poop and you use a paper towel, you clean your hand afterwards.
Yes.
Like you don't go, oh, my hand's so clean because I used paper towel to pick up shit.
Yeah. You wear the gloves too. And all that. Yeah.
The lady who gives you a donut has gloves on and a piece of paper.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you just wipe your ass and then you fucking think like, oh, let me just
I'll clean.
No, I shower. I spread and I shower. Yeah, man.
See, we got to get a bidet company started and start selling the shit out of that.
Yeah, and make it like a Corona bidet. Like put some bullshit like it has silver, so it'll like kill the Corona in your asshole.
Pete, that would be a great sponsor. This episode of the Break It Down Show brought to you by Crack Sprinkles. Start with a crash. A lot of bidets, but that's not my forte.
Yeah, but even the bidet, right? Am I crazy? Like I always shower though. Why do you need a bidet? The shower is like, granted, I live in a studio apartment, so my shower is like a foot away from the toilet. But like, isn't that for most people? Shit.
Yeah.
And every once in a while you shower, and then after you shower, you have to shit. Doesn't it feel like there's a glitch in the matrix? Like you've ruined your whole day. Like, oh my God, the world's upside down. I'm in the upside down in Stranger Things.
Yeah. Like when you have to double shit, like you poo and you're like, oh, I guess I wasn't done. You never want to do that with a shower.
Yeah.
It always quickly devolves from like politics to like sophomore humor, like potty talk.
Well,
like,
but just the amount of people that are hoarding toilet paper. that's during the apocalypse. That's where people are going for toilet. I get guns, I get machetes being sold out, hammers or whatever the fuck it is, but like toilet paper.
Yeah.
Have you gone to the store? Have either one of you gone to the store and aside from toilet paper, not gone with what you needed? Like you're like, oh, I really needed that, or I feel like I'm not going to be able to go on with my daily routine because this is missing. I haven't felt that shortage.
The store by us was pretty hammered. It was maybe like, let's say 20% filled with stuff. But and this is no exaggeration.
So you shop at Whole Foods?
No. Just it's Albertsons. So not as fancy as Whole Foods, but across the street, literally across the street, same size store, but it's the Mexican market, packed with everything, including toilet paper, eggs, meat, cleaning supplies, everything. They were 95% full. So look, but my friend works at a grocery store in Marin County. And he showed, early on a picture of all of the toilet paper that was missing, except for the generic brands, because they're too wealthy to buy the generic.
By the way, I went to CVS to get toilet paper because it's like now if you meet a girl on Tinder, they're like, you can come over if you bring toilet paper. Like literally, I did.
No.
I swear to God, girls like, yeah, come over if you can bring toilet paper. So I went to CVS to buy toilet paper. And the only toilet paper left, it was empty shelves, but Scotty toilet paper was left, which made me go like, why is this the only toilet paper left? And there's all these shelves. It must be some awful fucking toilet paper. No,
and see, and look, and here's the funny thing: you can't call it the Chinese flu, but you can call the toilet paper Scottish toilet, and that's why it's called Scotty. That's all right.
I don't know. I didn't invent this shit.
It
is shitty toilet paper.
That's a perfect example.
No, not you. It's Scottish. Like it's like when you're Scotch, you're cheap. Yeah, and it's like calling it Jewish toilet paper.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I don't have a problem with him calling it the China flu.
Yeah, me neither. I don't care.
Why? Who gives a shit? That is where it came from. That's who fucking started it and who spread it. And like, why? How is that racist? I get so sick of people going when I was first doing comedy in coronavirus, like the first month of coronavirus. Just saying coronavirus was racist. Just saying the word coronavirus was basically saying like trans people should be fucking whatever. It was like you couldn't say coronavirus without the implication being that you're saying something about Chinese people, which is fucked up. I even have a video clip where I mentioned, I hope I buy a boner pill, a Chinese boner pill. I say, I hope I don't get coronavirus from this. And honestly, ooh, this is mid-February.
Yeah,
because it's just like racist.
Yeah. Was that the last time? Was that the last time you did a stand-up show? Was in February?
No, the last time we did a stand-up show was actually the Laugh Factory does a live stream. I live next door to Laugh Factory, and they do a live stream, which means there's no one in the audience, and you're doing like you just have. It's kind of like this, but the difference is we're talking to each other. We're sitting down. This is you're on a wide shot, standing on stage, pacing with a microphone, and then there's a camera from a distance, and you're speaking to fucking nobody. It was really uncomfortable.
And do you do that? Is this thing on joke at all?
They didn't pump in laughter at all.
No shit. You just have to assume you're being funny.
Yeah, and then you have to. So everything looks like. It almost looks like you're going through like an existential fucking meltdown.
Hilarious.
Just ranting about stuff like you're wearing a tinfoil hat in front of the coffee bean on Sunset,
Yeah, can you do it like from the coffee bean? Sitting there like if they're not going to be there, do you have to be there?
Look, as painful as those live stream Sam comedy shows are, they're not as painful as all the fucking white women doing TikTok videos. Ugh, it's driving me crazy. And then they're put on Facebook and Instagram. I'm like, bitch, you never danced before. It's all of a sudden because you're alone. I want to watch you dance. Stop it.
Right. Or at least put like a pay button. Bing, bing, bing. So we can get somewhere with this.
Yeah.
How's that work from a business standpoint too? When you do the live stream, are they still? I haven't gone online to click into a live show. Is it the same price or is it like massive discount and they still pay you for it? I hope. I mean,
Oh no, they're actually paying the comics really well. I don't know. I think I'm imagining, because everything in the end of the day is related to money. I'm imagining that any comedy club that is doing live streaming is probably getting some sort of grant from the government for staying open. Like they're technically being essential and they're staying open because it has to be approved by the city to stay open. So
that's an important point too. You know, through all this shit is like, you know, and we're fucking around enough on this episode alone across the entire spectrum of every topic. You know, keeping your sense of humor is vital to maintaining mental health.
Oh yeah, of course. And then they go, people are dying. It's not funny. It's like, people dying is funny.
Yeah.
When I die, I hope I have get a good fart joke out of it. Hey guys, let me know. Can you let me know if I shit when I die? You know, it's just life. Like, get over yourself. We
That
all
actually be a
die.
good way to fake your death. Just do
die.
that.
Why would? Yeah.
That should be your dying words.
Does he have a DNR? No, but he said make sure you get a good fart joke out of it.
I've been using a pretty good joke lately. I think you'll appreciate it, Bill. When someone says I've been deemed non-essential, I go, not to me. And it takes a second, but it gets there, and then they're like, "Oh,
yeah."
Go fuck yourself.
And by the way, on these dating sites, I don't know if you guys are married or you're like normal adjusted people with wives and girlfriends and shit. But if you're on these dating sites, like literally, like the sugar baby contingency is on high. Fucking, they're at DEFCON 4. It used to be like, hey, what's going on? You want to hang out? Like, you know, I'd love to see you, but I can't get there. Can you get my Uber? Maybe like buy me dinner. You know, like they kind of like shimmy back into the sugar daddy thing. Now they're just like all caps. I'm looking for a sugar daddy.
help!"
The gold digging whores are fucking like, they've taken off the veneer and they're just out and like, give me some fucking money.
What's your preferred platform? Is it Tinder?
I kind of feel like, I don't know. I mean, I keep getting kicked off of the sites because no. I get kicked out. Listen, I get kicked off because it is a great way to promote. It really is. Particularly when you're headlining in different towns that maybe you're not like have a big, like in Reno, and I get on like Bumble, Tinder, and like, you know, any new guy they'll match with. So then you get like all these matches. Like, what are you doing? And then you just copy and paste. Like, I'm at this club, and then a lot of times they show up and they bring friends and they can fill it. I'll get like sometimes 10 people, 10, 15 people a show. And
then you have them come up on stage and you swipe right or left.
Promoting the product and brand.
You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to promote a show.
You can't be like gold member, like, you know, like smoking a pancake, fucking a laugh, like nothing.
No, you can be like, hey, you want some of the dick, and you're fine. But if you go, hey, you want to come to a show for free? I'll comp you and your friends. You're done. But if you go,
what if they're part of the show though? What if they're part of the experience and like you just swipe right or swipe left live when they're there?
I think that's great. But yeah, so Bumble's kicked me off twice. Tinder for that. You know,
I know what to do. I know what to do.
If they kick you off more than once, isn't that technically a suspension and a reinstatement?
No, I had to like sign in with like a different email and phone number. I had to like use my dad's phone number. Like, Dad, can I borrow your number? Don't ask why.
Don't ask why. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to write an email from Cody at Bumble or Tinder or Growler, whatever one you want, and I'm going to call you a brand ambassador. And you're just going to show it to them. They're going to be like, "Oh, he's a brand ambassador." It's totally fine.
Oh, wait, you know what? You know what you guys could do right now? You could help me out right now. Would one of you guys be willing to help me out right now?
Yes.
Are any of you guys on Bumble?
No.
So you're like normal people, you're married and shit like that, right?
Not even under my dead dad's phone number.
So this is why I'm asking. It's all going to make sense. And by the way, you'll be doing a mitzvah.
We wrap this up into some sort of free giveaway. Like, hey, if there's someone out there willing to...
Is that you calling?
No, there's... Yeah, hold on, we have a caller on the line. Yeah, what do you got for Bill? No, it's my wife. I just hung up on her. I'm doing the show.
Wait, so you guys are married and you're stuck with your wives all day, every day. How's that?
Awesome.
I have a separate quarters on the estate, so I'm secluded in my studio right now, so I can just kind of like lock myself away.
What do you mean estate? You have like a Waco compound?
It's pretty much. Pete's been here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a giraffe, a couple of domestiques.
What's a domestique?
French guys, I guess.
He's on Bumble. I'll use his number. What do you need?
Okay.
What do you need him to do?
Okay, this is what I need. I need one of your phone numbers. Oh, you probably can't give your phone out over the air, can you?
I'll email you right now. I'll email you my number.
Oh shit! Then I got to go on my email.
Is this a social experiment?
Is this what?
Oh, I know. I can send it to you via chat.
I can get on Bumble right now. I just need a valid phone number.
Pete will give you the number in the chat window.
Yeah, that's what I'm working on right now.
Oh, the private chat number. So
yeah.
Oh, I can give you. Wait, you have my number though, right?
I don't have your phone number, no.
I need one of your numbers, and then what's going to happen is it will text you a code to your phone. And then I sign the code, and I'm back on Bumble, baby.
All right, check your chat window there.
Oh, that's gonna be good because you know what? Such higher class select on Bumble.
All we can pray for now is a hope that Bumble is not tapping into.
Send the four. Yeah, send the 4-digit code. Tell me the code. Yeah. Oh, this makes me happy. I need it. Okay.
You're an ambassador, a brand ambassador for them.
Bill, add a. Here you go.
Is he back?
That's like my photo. But all right, I'm back, baby.
Take that, Bumble.
Back to promoting and not getting laid.
Dawes 1, Bumble 0.
Anyway,
I'd say we could. I'd say we could wrap right there. I mean, that's a victory for any podcast right there. Like, we got our guests back on Bumble, man. Like, preserving peace, the American way, and Bill's funny sex life.
Yeah, and I don't need you guys anymore now that I got this. Thanks.
It was all a ploy.
I didn't even think about that. We had such a fun time talking about shitting that I totally forgot that I was on Bumble. So I'm glad. Yeah, we go.
You could ask Jay when you were doing more stories for his number. He's probably banned too.
And when in doubt, just say Whitney said it was okay. She runs that place at Bumble. Just throw her name in there, and then they'll be like, "Oh, Whitney said it was okay."
Yeah,
like I don't like confrontation. Well, I'm pretty upset. I feel like you're not paying attention to what Whitney and I agreed to, and then they're going to back off.
That's true. And also think about the woman that is going to be offered to come to a free show, and they're going to like, right, dear Bumble, to whom it may concern, this guy, I wanted to fuck, and he wanted to give me tickets to a show. Like, who does that? That's crazy. Women suck. White women are ruining America. I've said it for years. I said well before Bill Burr that white women are ruining this goddamn country with their complaining and fucking, you're not woke enough. Oh, there's a black man within 10 feet. 911. They're the worst.
They are the worst. Damn it, white women. I'm shaking my fist at you. Hey, what do you got coming up?
I got a nap in about 2 hours.
Nice.
And then I got an Amazon Prime series I want to start.
Shit in the shower.
Yeah, no, I've had to cancel all my gigs and all my headline gigs and my tours with Jay. I tour with him, and all those are canceled. I mean, now they canceled Wimbledon in July, so I'm assuming that like nothing is going to be reinstated until at least July. I think that's the earliest we can look at for like anything where there's more than 50 people. Maybe comedy clubs locally will open in a small way in a month or so, but that's unlikely. I don't know.
Oh, mask on. Some gloves.
I have a movie on Amazon Prime. It's free if you're a Prime member. It's called Before the Sun Explodes on Amazon Prime. It's 80 minutes. I co-wrote it. I co-produced it. I star in it. It's just an easy little movie about a stand-up comic who's career hasn't really taken off, and he's a bit of a loser. Not based on me, it is, but that's a fun movie on Amazon Prime. It's called Before the Sun Explodes. So maybe one of your people can watch that. I don't know. That'd be cool. And they could write a review. And I have my podcast. I do my podcast. It's called The After Laugh, where I interview mostly comics in my yard next to the Laugh Factory, which is where I am right now.
Nice. After Laughs. And then definitely everybody, if you're going to watch the movies, when you rate and review them, it is a huge boost for these things. It's how people get discovered. It's how you really help. And so that's the stock and trade. If the movie is free, take the 30 seconds to do a review. And you can tell a joke in there. You don't got to be all serious. Just 5 stars. And like everybody was great except for Bill.
No, and I will say this. And if it was a piece of shit movie, and I've done some piece of shit movies, this is actually a good movie. It's like people watch it and it's weird and it's creepy and it's interesting. So it's called Before the Sun Explodes. It's about stalkers, really. So yeah, I think you guys should
download on Amazon Prime.
It's only 80 minutes.
Leave a review, and don't forget to leave your phone number in case Bill gets kicked off Bumble again. So he's got a good bank of numbers he can use. Text him
I
your
might
code.
have to hit you up again if they kick me off. Be like, can I try your number again?
Anyway. Yeah, we'll like I said, we'll just jerry up an email. They'll believe it. I used to go to the chow hall all the time in Iraq, and I'd wear my hat. You're not allowed to wear the hat in the chow hall, and they would say, "Hey, you can't wear your hat." Like, I've got a letter from my doctor, which I wrote myself.
Hilarious.
Oh, they'd fall over themselves, obliging me. He can wear a hat. It's got a note from his doctor.
I love it. That's great.
All right, man. Hey, thanks for coming on. We'll throw this thing up official, like I don't know, sometime next month or this month or something like that, and we'll follow up with it. But thanks for coming on the show. It's awesome.
Yeah, nice to meet you guys. Thank you, man.
Yeah, brother.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, thanks, Bill. That was fun.
Yeah.